Hello everyone, welcome to my class. In today's session, we are going to study about cosine rule. So, in the previous session, we did sine rule, and here we are going to do cosine rule. Okay, now let's see what is cosine rule. Before we start cosine rule, we must know the leveling of the triangle. It is same as sine rule, but I will give you a recap. See, this side C is opposite to angle C always, and angle A will be opposite to this one, side A, and side B is always opposite to angle B. So we have to be careful. If we are talking with reference to this angle, then we always must take this length. When we are speaking with reference to angle A, we should always take side A. Okay, now let's see what is cosine rule. Cosine rule says c square. So I'll show you here in this triangle. This is your c square. C square refers nothing but the length AB. So let me write it lengthwise now. AB square is equal to A square. A square is BC square plus B square is AC square minus 2 times BC AC cos. Now see, this is written here C. So this angle is always the angle which is opposite to the length given over here. So this is the length C, and opposite to this is this angle. So we write here cos C. So I can write this as cos BCA. Okay, so whenever we get any question in exam, it's better to write in this way with reference to the sides and angle. This can also be written as a square is equal to c square plus b square minus 2cb cos a. As we are mentioning the side a here, therefore we can write here cos a, that is the angle a. This we can also write making the b square as subject. So b square is equal to a square plus c square minus 2ac, and again since this is side b, so we have to write the opposite angle b. Okay, now let's see. So this is our cosine rule, and we can use cosine rule to find the third side. Suppose if two sides are given to us and one angle is also given, then we can find the third side, and we can find the angle if we know all three sides. So this you can understand with the formula given here. See, c square, which refers to one of the sides, this refers to another side, and this refers to third side, minus 2ab and one of the angle cos c. Okay, now we can also rewrite this formula with reference to the angle itself. So suppose this is cos c, so I can write this as cos c is equal to b square plus, let me write this with reference to angle a. So I can write it as cos A equals B square plus C square minus A square upon 2BC. So you want, you can make this also the subject to find the angle, or directly with this given formula we can find the angles as the sides as well. Now let's see some example. In triangle DEF, f is equal to 120 degree, side EF is 25, side FD is 34. Calculate the length of side DE. So this is the third side which we have to find. So when I'm writing cos, then I will always refer to this angle, because now see how I will write the formula here. DE square equals EF square plus FD square minus 2 times EF times FD cos 120 degree, right? So I wrote cosine rule with reference to the given side and angle. Now I will input all the values. So since I'm looking for this, so okay, so EF is nothing but 25 squared plus FD is 34 squared minus 2 times 25 times 34 cos 120 degree. Now what we can do is, either you can put all of these values directly in your calculator, okay, or you can go step by step. So once you are good at using calculator, you can go directly inputting all the values. So we can write this thing as, see, this one will be 625, then this 34 square is 1156, and now you can put all these values in your calculator. So here you will get something 1700. So you will put in your calculator 1700 cos 120 and you will get minus 850. Okay, now we can solve it using the calculator directly, and you will get 51.295 something like that, and then we can round it to one decimal place, so you will get DE is equal to 51.3 meters. Because we write answer mostly in three significant figure. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, now let's see one more example. In triangle PQR, PQ is equal to 11 centimeter, QR is equal to 9 centimeter, and side RP is equal to 8 centimeter. Calculate the size of angle P. Okay, so this angle we have to find, and the opposite side is given. Okay, so we rewrite our cosine rule. So since this is the angle in question which we have to find out, so this will become the subject, that is QR square equals RP square plus PQ square minus 2RP times PQ cos, this will be RPQ. Okay, now in this we can input all the values. So we can write it QR squared equals RP is 8 square plus this one is PQ is 11 squared minus 2 times 8 times 11, and then we have to find cos RPQ. Okay, now what we can do is, yeah, so we can substitute the values here. So it will be okay, and here we have 9. This length is also given. So yeah, I can substitute this value as well. So we get here 9 square. Okay, now we can simplify this minus, and then we get 176 cos RPQ. Okay, now we can shift these two values to the left hand side. So you get 81 minus 185, which is equal to minus 176 cos RPQ. Okay, and then you get here minus 104, which is equal to minus 176 cos RPQ. Then we can cancel the negatives and you will get, okay, 104 over 176 equals cos RPQ. Now, what we can do is, angle RPQ equals cos inverse of 104 over 176. Carefully input all the values in your calculator, and then you will get this answer as 53.8 degrees. Okay, so in cosine rule, the only thing you have to remember is to find which side is referring which angle. If you input all the values correctly here, you will never do any mistake. Yeah. Now, so here is one another example, which is combination of sine and cosine rule. So in triangle PQR, R is equal to 100 degrees, side PR is equal to 8 centimeter, side RQ is equal to 5 centimeter. Calculate the length of side PQ, means this length, and calculate the angle P and Q. Then we have to find this and this as well. Okay, so first we will do this one, length of PQ. So this is the length which we have to figure it out, and here is the angle given opposite to that. So this is very simple to write. We will write PQ square equals PR square plus RQ square minus 2 PR times RQ cos 100. Right, now I can input all the values. Then PQ square equals PR is 8 square, RQ is 5 squared, minus 2 times 8 times 5 cos 100. Okay, now, yeah, PQ equals, so you can write it 64 plus 25 minus 80 cos 100. Yeah, and then what we can do is, yeah, just input all the values in calculator. That is the simplest thing you can do, and you will get 10.1435. So this will be rounded to three significant figure, and I will write this answer as 10.1 centimeter to three significant figure. Okay, now this is done, finding the length of side PQ. Now we will calculate angle P and Q. Okay, so now you see that we have one angle here, one length here, and then we have two more lengths. So what we can do is, we can find any of the angles using sine rule, right? Okay, so let's do that. Now, so I can input the values here. So it will be like this, sine P over 5 equals sine Q over 8, which is equal to sine 100 over 10.1435. Okay, so since we are calculating, we should not be rounding the values while the calculation. You can round your values at the end once for all. But we should never be rounding our values between the calculation. You will definitely get some error. Now, so we can figure out first sine p. Okay, let's do that. So I will write sine p over 5 equals sine 100 over 10.1435. Okay, so we can just cross multiply, and then 10 point, oh, okay, you can directly write it this way. Sine p equals 5 sine 100 over 10.1435, and this will give you sine p equals 0.4853. And now you can put this value in your calculator. Now p is equal to sine inverse of 0.4853. that will give you, so just put in your calculator and you will get this as 29 degrees. Okay, now we have 29 degrees for angle P, and we are already aware that one of the angle is 100 degree. So angle Q definitely you can find with the angle sum rule, minus 29 plus 100. Okay, now this is 180 minus 129, that will be angle Q is equal to 51 degrees. So in this question we have used both sine and cosine rules. So you must practice many more questions and that will make your work very easier. And this is one sure question which comes in every IGCSE paper, and most probably it comes at structured paper, sometimes in paper 2 as single 2 marker question. So comment if you have any question to be asked. Thank you.